Episode 3 of the Ladies Love Mocha podcast. I got a very special guest on here tonight. You know what? I'm going to do it a little different. Introduce yourself.
My name is Danielle Ward, and I'm an actress, filmmaker, writer, producer.
You got to say that with oomph, though. Like, this is your time to shine. So we're going to start this over again. Yo, Capo, let me get an applause real quick. Let me get that again. We're going to start it over. And you'll get to see this too. Hold on. Episode 3 on the Ladies Love Mocha podcast. And I got a very special guest in the building, second floor at FGC Studios. And I'm going to do it a little differently. Could you please introduce yourself?
Certainly. My name is Denise Ward.
Oh, shit.
I'm originally from Illinois, and I'm now a Vegas-based actress, filmmaker, director, producer, and writer.
Now you're talking my language. You see the difference,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Came on here like she just rolled out of bed. My name is Danielle Ward. I'm an actress. You sound like somebody that I know. It annoys the fuck out of me. But this is what I need to know.
Okay.
Before I even delve into that, I promise everybody on Facebook I'll start this podcast off with have you ever been heartbroken?
Yes.
Okay. I've been heartbroken. Capo, you ever been heartbroken?
Yep.
Now, how did you feel after the heartbreak, like a real heartbreak?
I was listening to Frank Ocean songs and like crying myself to sleep.
My bad.
So
I didn't mean to laugh at you.
I mean, I can laugh now, but I was like, damn.
You was crying yourself to sleep?
Yes. But I'm that person that I always ask myself, what lesson did I learn? What did I learn about myself about through that whole heartbreak process? So it's a learning experience because I don't want to repeat the same lesson over and over and over again.
Why did you break up?
Oddly enough, it wasn't even a breakup. This person was a friend that I developed feelings for. And we didn't live in the same state. Right. So like, you're talking and he was somebody that I could really be myself with, because sometimes I feel like I can't.
Right.
Because I think people think I do some weird shit. So so he was the first person that I actually felt comfortable enough to be myself with.
Like
right?
you was passing gas around him and all that stuff?
Talking about everything imaginable and not being judged. That's the thing.
So that's love right there. That's that authentic love.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the crying yourself to sleep. How long were you sick to your stomach? Because I was heartbroken, and I remember those days. I had to go to a therapist because I got heartbroken like around 8 years ago. First time ever. So I had to go to a therapist. Yeah, ever.
Shit.
I mean, I always keep that distance. I'm not trying to I be watching the news sometimes, and these guys do that homicide, suicide shit mad frequent. That shit is too frequent.
Right.
So I was always terrified to fall that far. And I was like, you know what? Let me just bring my walls of Jericho all the way down. Biblical reference. You know what I'm saying? So I did. And when I found out the truth about the entire situation, it literally, like, when she told it to me, because I had asked her mom to, I was like, I'm thinking about marrying your daughter. And it was like years ever since my first marriage. And I always said I'll never get married again. And the mom was like, you better tell him the truth.
Wow.
And I had to wait a whole 24 hours.
Okay.
So you have this sick to your stomach feeling. From a woman's point of view, are all women just always emotional?
Yes, I'm going to say that's a part of our feminine makeup.
Okay.
Just period.
So are you the type that's like scratching his car,
No.
throwing eggs?
Nope.
Okay.
When I'm done, I'm done. Like, I will act like we never knew each other.
So you never go back?
No.
Not even if the pipery is A1? Keep it a buck now. This is the Ladies Love Mocha podcast, and we only tell the truth.
No.
Swear to God.
I promise.
God no higher.
Because I don't know as far as the pipery is concerned, because there's things that are more important to me than that.
Okay, all right.
So,
But if he's twisting your organs, you might give him a second chance.
I don't know about all that. I don't know, because that's a whole nother thing. I got to keep my walls intact.
I dealt with this girl once, right? I was working at Fry's Electronics in Atlanta, and she told me, she was like, I had a guy, and I think he's like 13 inches. Do you think you could fill those shoes? I said, absolutely not. I said, he's what, 13 inches? I looked down at my feet. I was like, I'm only 11 and a half in a foot size. This guy's giving a foot and a couple inches. Nah, I'm good, boo. And then I kept saying to myself, like, damn, chicks really like getting their fucking ovaries rearranged.
Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. There's limitations because I need to stay intact.
Right.
Right? Because if this don't work out, the next guy is going to be fucked up. So, you know.
Yeah, that's like me.
My elasticity.
That's like me with a shorty or a fat ass. I'm over the big ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's nice to look at. Mm-hmm. I like it bouncing on me, but give me like a nice ass. It doesn't got to be big. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to have fun, go about my day, and not be like, you know what I'm saying, fat asses are nice and everything, but yeah, that's too much work. I think I slipped my back out trying to pound it out. But enough about this. We'll talk about heartbreak at another time. But from Illinois, let me ask a question. Is it Illinois?
Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
How am I saying it right? Is it Illinois or Illinois?
No. The S is not pronounced. It's silent.
It's silent.
So it's Illinois.
You know, I had a hard time always like spelling that state.
ILLIONOIS. Yes.
Yeah. It's like I didn't even finish it because I got lost right there. I don't want people to see that I'm kind of slow. I got left back at birth. Yeah. So what made you get into the thespian field?
All right. So as a child, I grew up in the projects, right?
What projects? Come on, you got
Warner Homes.
Warner Homes?
Mm-hmm. Peoria, Illinois.
Oh, Peoria.
Peoria, Illinois. Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let's get a round of applause for the projects. I've been to Peoria.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So
you see how they do that, right? Everybody always have somebody from their city that they always got to rep.
That's right.
Isn't he like the greatest comedian ever?
Yes.
All right, let's go. So you grew up in the projects.
So I grew up in the projects. So, you know, crime and all that. So my mom didn't let me play outside with all the other kids most of the time, right? So I was left to my own imagination. So I would watch like Wonder Woman and Laverne and Shirley, all these shows. And then I would go to my room and act them out, right? So I was like that kid. And fast forward to moving to Springfield, Illinois. I moved there when I was like a month shy of my 10th birthday.
Is Springfield gangster?
I think it's getting that way now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's getting that way now. So I was very insecure because my teeth were jacked up.
Whoa.
They were jacked. No, they were.
How?
Couldn't afford. So this tooth here, it was like a cemetery. It was like creep behind the other one. And I still had like baby teeth and stuff like that.
So you had a tombstone in your mouth.
I had a whole cemetery in my mouth. So
damn. Hey, hold on.
Yes.
When did you get your first kiss? Which
11.
Okay, so at 10 your teeth were jacked.
Yes.
Did it get fixed before 11?
No.
Yo, who kissed you?
Arthur Carey.
Yeah, fucking scumbucket.
He had braces.
Oh, okay, well.
Hello.
What's his name again?
Arthur Carey.
That's a cool name, but bro, you kiss in a cemetery, bro? What's going on here, bro? All right, so he's horny at 11, so continue.
So I then get braces, fast forward to 23. I had to do it on my own because we couldn't afford it.
Wait, so your teeth was jacked up
as
a young adolescent?
Yeah.
When did you lose your virginity?
2 weeks shy of my 15th birthday. I was 14.
All right, nothing wrong with that. So the guy, he's giving you the slow stroke. He's behind you. Did he go to your left ear and tell you how many kids he wanted?
Absolutely not.
So what he did?
Not then.
Oh,
that was later.
Okay. Hold on. You know we got a name drop. We got it.
Not.
You're not going to name drop him?
I am not.
He come shoot the place up?
No. No.
All right. Oh, you're embarrassed.
No.
How old was he? 21, 22? Keep it real.
17 and a half.
17 and a half?
He's 3.5 years older than me.
So that's called statutory. That's why you're saying his name. I get it now. I get it. She defended you.
No.
R. Kelly. You know what the R stands for, right? Where's R. Kelly from?
Chicago. Is it Chicago? I think it's Chicago.
And Chicago's in Illinois, right?
It's in Illinois.
Reoccurring theme, you see, right? So he's, look. She know he's like 20, 21, and she just gave him the 17 and a half because it sounds cute.
No.
But did you see his ID?
Actually, yes.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So he's 17 and a half. And you're 14. Now going through, you know what I'm saying, puberty.
Hormones.
Right? So even if it's 2 weeks shy of 15, you're still 14.
I know. I cringe when I think about it.
Right. So did you ever go back and tell him, you're a rapist?
No.
You never told him that?
No.
Was it Arthur?
It was not Arthur.
So your teeth is jacked up from 10 to 23.
Yes.
13 years. Did you have halitosis?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Cool. So even with these jacked up teeth,
With my cemetery.
with your cemetery, please tell me you wasn't blessing these niggas on the mic, giving them that tombstone cabeza.
Are you serious? What kind of a question is
Capo, you hear this shit?
I hear.
Jacked up teeth. Jacked up teeth.
that? But I was cute though.
But blessing niggas with the tombstone cabeza. All right. So at 23,
Yes.
what made you go get braces?
Because I could afford it then.
How much were the braces?
$2,000 some odd dollars.
So hold on. Get this camera on me right now. Fellas, you're here taking her virginity when she was not even 18. You're here piping her down, claiming her, showing her off to the fellas. You know what I'm saying? She probably had a Black Planet page or a MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Y'all couldn't even ante up 2 bands. What year we talking?
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
You see what she's doing, right? Women always know how to get around that question. So now you get braces. You're 23. Who's the first nigga that approaches you when the cemetery looks like
Oh my
a pasture?
God. That's been a long time ago.
All right. Who approached you after your teeth was fixed?
The first person that I remember was a guy that I worked with.
All right. Where were you working?
I don't want to say.
Damn.
Okay, no. Springfield Arc. It was a nonprofit agency.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Let's get a round of applause for the ARC, please. Springfield ARC. ARC. Springfield ARC. Okay, nonprofit. Okay, so you got a nice smile now.
Yes, and I'm smiling all the damn time.
You're 24, 25?
I'm 25 when they were removed.
Okay, so now you're flexing. Now you got the pearly whites because your teeth are really nice.
Thank you.
Now you got the pearly whites. So he approaches you. Did he have game? Or he was just a L7?
He was a nice guy, right? So we went out on a few dates, and then his sister let it slip that he was still married. And I don't mess with married guys. So
Capo, do you mess with married guys?
That's what you get, bro.
I got you back, bro. I got you back for that episode. Episode 1. All right. I just had to get him back. So you deaded him or you kept it going?
no, I was just like, hey, I don't mess with married guys. You weren't completely honest,
Forthcoming. Okay.
right, about everything. And so I was nice and everything. I'm like, but I don't do that,
So he didn't get any.
No,
All right.
no.
Okay, so now you're 25. You're showing the pearly whites. When was your first acting audition?
For film,
Yeah.
I was 33.
Wow.
I was 33.
So from 25 to 33,
I did a little bit of stage. So I had belonged to a church. So the other Danielle was very like super Christian and everything. So I went through like some phases, like some crazy life changes, right?
Which Danielle? Not the one at 14 messing with niggas that's 20 and a half.
No, this was
I need to know which Danielle.
This
is this 14 to 23 or 25 to 33 Danielle? Which one?
This is 21 to like 30 Danielle.
In the house of the Lord?
Dude, every day.
No way.
Revival, like all that. Yeah.
Were you speaking in tongues?
I didn't speak in tongues, no.
Is that a real thing?
Maybe, but I'll tell you what. That happened to me one time. but I wasn't at church.
Okay.
I was at home.
And what was he doing?
What?
Hey.
On the money. That was perfect. What was he doing that had you speaking in tongues?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
it
it
wasn't that.
It was the Holy Ghost.
It was, I don't know what it was, but it was like sometime I've been known to do some astral traveling.
That's fire.
So it was like one of those experiences.
That's fire.
And I don't know how far you want to go into this, but
No, let's go.
it was one of those experiences where you can feel yourself, like your vibrational level changing. So that was happening. And then there's a voice, and don't think I'm crazy. There was a voice that said, I want to speak through you, right? So mentally, I'm like, no, the fuck you're not. Because I don't know what it is, who it is, right?
Right.
And then uncontrollably, I started speaking in tongues, right? And the weird part about it, you know, when you speak a foreign language, your tongue hits different parts of your mouth, right? That's how people have accents and everything like that. I was just very aware that this was a completely different language. I don't even know what it was.
Not Ebonics, not
It
sarcasm.
Nope.
All right.
And it went on maybe a minute, and then it was over.
Let me ask you a question. Were anybody around? Was this
It
recorded?
was nighttime. No,
So it's just you by yourself.
it was me. My son was probably there.
How old was he at the time?
Maybe about 10.
Okay.
Yeah, he got his own stories. Yeah. So like I have a lifetime of like weird things happening.
It's not weird. You got to lose that word. It's just, let's just go supernatural.
I have a lot of, my life has been a entire supernatural experience.
All right. So now, I like it that we're jumping over, because I'm going to come back to that. So 33, first time. Well, we're coming back to that. And we're going back to 14, 2 weeks before she turned 15.
All right.
So 33 was your first audition?
Yeah, for film. So before that, I had done just a little bit of stage,
All
right? So first audition, there's this publication called the Illinois Times that comes out, and I just looked and saw a casting call, right? So in my mind, I was like, and she had the shooting dates, right? And so in my mind, I was like, I got time for that, right? So I, submitted myself for the audition, and then I pull in, right? And all of a sudden I was like, what am I doing? I was like, who do I think I am that I can come in here and do this, right? So I was near tears. I called my mom, and she was in the grocery store. I was like, Mom, I'm scared. She's like, girl, call me when you're done.
Oh, wow.
So I go in there.
Let me get a round of applause for Miss Ward. That's what you need in this world right there. That mom juice. She juiced you, right?
She's like, bye. Yeah.
All right, continue.
So I go in. Kimberly D. Connor from Predestined Arts and Entertainment. I've been in three of her films so far. So I walk in there.
Three?
Three.
That's a lot.
It is.
Oh,
It
okay.
is.
All right. That's
So it was a short film, and the film was based off the life of her cousin. So that already was like a little bit of pressure, So I went in there. It was a cold read, So I go
On
in
the
there.
spot.
On the spot.
Jesus.
So me, I always pump myself up, and I'm like, I'm like, you're a force of nature. I do like all that stuff, so I walk in there like a boss, right? So she hands me the paper. It's her and the DP. And so, I auditioned, and she was like, wow. And when you're doing it, when you're auditioning, or if you're like in a scene, like you can feel it. There's like this like movement. If it's amazing,
Right.
It's like a wave. It like moves through the crew or the person that you're with, and you're like, holy shit, I'm a magician, right? So that was my first time feeling like that.
Right.
And so she was like, what does your schedule look like these dates? And I was like, oh my God. Right. So
you're flexing.
a little bit. So, I had a call back the following weekend.
That fast?
And she gave me a different script to read from. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then she offered it to me right there on the spot. And so we filmed like a month later. And can I go into another supernatural story?
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, this is
right.
your episode.
Okay. So I have this script, right? And I'm a new actor. So I don't know. Acting is what I just think it is. I'm memorizing lines, right? And trying to be believable. And the movie's called This Life Ain't Pretty, right?
All right.
So I'm reading the script, and so I prayed and I asked, because the story's about her cousin who died of HIV.
Sorry to hear
from
that.
AIDS she got from her husband.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I started talking to her cousin, and I was like, listen, I don't want to portray you as someone that needs pity, and I asked her for help for portraying her accurately, right? So when I did that, I promise it felt like there was someone else inside of me. Like it was a physical feeling, right?
Wow.
And I was like, this could be dangerous, like, because I had never done anything like that before. So that happened. And then sometimes when I would be just learning my lines, it would happen again. And, now I think I kind of sucked. It was my first production, right? When I look back, I'm like, okay. But afterwards, Kim's mom said some really sweet things to me about how I portrayed the character.
Right.
So it made me feel better. I'm like, well, if the family is pleased, then I guess I did, a good job. Right. So that was my first role.
Where could we see this masterpiece?
This Life Ain't Pretty. She has some distribution. I don't know. It's been so long ago. It was 2009. It was October 2009 when we shot it.
Okay, so the whole time, were you nervous, or you just felt at home having that spirit, that feeling within you?
I was nervous through just like we shot 2 weekends in a row, and I was nervous that first weekend.
How many hours a day is a shoot? Typical.
It could be 10 hours.
Wait.
It could be 10 hours.
So you're in front of a camera for 10 hours?
Well, you're waiting for different camera setups and things, but you're like you're on set.
Do you ever fall asleep, or you got to just keep that energy level the whole way?
Sometimes it depends. So like your call time could be 6 a.m. right?
No way.
Yeah.
That early?
Yes, or late at night, or 10 p.m. So you show up, you're ready to go. But if they're still setting up cameras and things like that, you got to go through makeup, hair, and all that. Then it could be another hour before you're actually in front of the camera. So you do have to kind of keep yourself juiced.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I went on IMBD, and I'm going to just break it down. You're part of a very prestigious group. Could you let the world know?
SAG-AFTRA.
Let them know what that means.
SAG, Screen Actors Guild. And the AFTRA is American Federation of Television Radio Broadcasters.
Let's get a round of applause for that. Start it over. I want a real round of applause. Let's get another one. Can I get a round of applause for that? All right, so SAG. When I was coming up in the game, music game, all my friends is like a couple of professions we wanted to be. It was either going to be a rapper, a drug dealer, a basketball or football player, or an actor.
Okay.
Right? And I would hear these guys, these actors, I can't wait. I'm trying to get in SAG. And I'm like, SAG? What the hell is a SAG? You know what I'm saying? So then they broke it down. It's like, yeah, you're part of the union. And I was like, what? There's a union for the actors? And only one of my boys made it.
Wow.
And yeah, like we celebrated him because we knew how difficult it really is to get into such a prestigious organization. So how many movies were you in before you got the call from the Screen Actors Guild?
Well, this is how it happens.
This is juicy now.
They don't call you.
Oh.
This is what happens.
Okay, they don't call. Okay.
So the year that I was eligible, right?
So there's all types of eligibility. What?
Yes. So, and that was the year I worked the most. I had done like 3 commercials and like 4 films.
Did you do toothpaste commercials?
I did not.
Damn. So what was the purpose of getting the tombstone, cabeza, and the cemetery removed?
I love to smile.
All right.
I think it's my best asset or feature.
What were the 3 commercials?
One was for Memorial Medical Center Hospital.
All right, that's dope.
Another was for, oh my God, I think it was it an Italian restaurant? Because we drank the prop wine.
Right.
So I don't really remember.
Okay.
Because I drank the wine.
And the last one?
Was for organ donation. It was for the Secretary of State.
So no commercial for Springfield Arc?
No.
Okay, all right. So now, eligibility.
Okay, so I was in this film called Consumed. Right,
All
it's
right.
on Netflix, y'all.
Oh,
Netflix.
Plug your flick.
Yes, it's about
Who's the DP? In case y'all don't know, DP means director of photography.
I don't know because I had a very small. I don't know. I don't. Sorry.
Can I get a womp womp womp, please? Can I get a womp womp womp,
That
please
was
again?
2014.
Nah. You got it. So you know the film is on Netflix.
Yes.
You know you're coming on the Ladies Love Mocha podcast. Look it up. Let's see who the director of photography
My
is.
phone.
I'm gonna
is
look it
right
up.
there.
I'm gonna
Okay,
look it up. You know what,
Consumed.
Capo, could you look it up, please? Consumed on Netflix.
Got
So
it.
now,
Okay, so I didn't even audition. Right, it was crazy. It was crazy how it all happened.
wait. So you didn't audition?
No,
Is this
no.
like supernatural stuff? You're like,
Not. I don't want to. Probably.
yeah, it is.
It probably.
You're astro traveling.
It probably.
Maybe you projected yourself and you skipped the line
Maybe.
because you already landed the role. I believe this is what I believe in, and we'll get back into this while Cap will look it up. When it comes to that realm, I believe in reincarnation. I believe I lived in different eras before. Like I have a warrior spirit. I always believed I lived around the time of Genghis Khan. You know, like I feel it within me, and then I have I'm always by myself, so I could tell like the different eras I've been through. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Capo, you got that information? Are you still looking? Consumed.
Was it 2011?
It was like 2014 where we shot it. Has to do with GMOs.
GMOs.
Daryl Wine, I believe, is.
Oh, so now you remember his
The
name.
director.
All right, so now,
And his wife, Zoe Lister-Jones. I remember them, the writer's director.
all right, so now you didn't even audition.
Right. So, okay.
How?
Okay, so here's the thing. There was a casting director in the area. She was. in
What
the
area?
St. Louis area.
Okay, so we still in Illinois.
Missouri.
Oh, now it's Missouri.
Yeah,
All right.
she's in that area. So she was like, Danielle. She was like, she called me. She's like, I can't tell you the names attached to it. Danny Glover. I can't tell you the names attached to it.
I
But
see
this is a
Daryl
project. Daryl
Wine.
Wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, you know, you need to audition, come to the office and audition and things like that. I don't want to get like completely into everything, but I'm clear. I like contracts. I like clear communication. You know what's expected of me and vice versa. All
Right.
that. I don't.
On paper. You need everything on paper.
All of that. So, you know, I sent an email and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And so, you know, things didn't quite connect. So I had this actor friend. He was like, Danielle, he actually physically went and auditioned on that, right? And he's in it as well. So he found out who I could submit myself to with the actual production. And that's what I did. I just emailed the production. I was like, here's my actor's reel. Here's my resume, blah, 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 blah. And then they hit me up and I was like, oh my God. So with no audition, just my reel.
No, your
So-
reel is amazing.
Thank
I
you.
went to IMBD and I was like, yo, who is this person?
Thank you very much.
You know?
Thank you.
So now you get this role, Consumed.
Yes.
Is it a lead role?
It is not. No. Nope. I had like 3 lines.
Okay,
right?
I mean, you're part of SAG.
I mean, right.
so-
So, and that was the big thing. This was a door opener. So I had to drive to Champaign, Illinois, because they were shooting around the college.
Wait. Let's say that again. So you're driving to Champaign,
Illinois.
and they're just shooting the shit up around the college? Like,
Well, that was where home base was.
Okay.
You know, that's where we started. So I had to drive to the college, and I go in there, and there's a contract like this thick, right?
Wow.
And I get to the Taft-Hartley. So that's how I got into SAG, was Taft-Hartley.
Okay.
And basically, you know, the language in it is, they're like, why didn't you use a SAG actress already? So they kind of have to indicate why they're using a non-union person for this role, right? So I was the police office receptionist, right?
Okay.
So, you know, I sign all that. And so I'm like, okay. So I hand in this contract, you know, drive to the actual location. And it was a tow truck yard. But they completely, in like the 15 minutes, changed everything into a police station. It was crazy how fast everything went. So from the time that I got mic'd up, from the time I was in makeup, got mic'd up, shot the scenes, it was an hour and 30 minutes.
So did you know that you was going to get into SAG?
I knew I was eligible at that point when I filled out the paperwork. So,
Oh.
yeah. So,
So why did they use a non-union actor?
I don't know. I just signed. They filled that out later.
Oh, okay.
This is me signing my life away. Right. So I don't know what they said. So you have to then send your check stub. So when I got paid, I had to send the original check stub to the SAG office. So I called them and I was like, hey, I was in this production, blah, 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 blah. So she told me what to do. And I sent it to the Chicago office. And you have to pay. I mean,
yeah, we don't want to know,
Okay.
but we know it's a lot of bread.
So
Okay.
I coughed it up, gladly. And I sent it in and then I got my car.
So now you're making a little bit of ducats. You're in SAG. So which nigga's hollering at you now and seeing you on the silver screen? Which did the groupie start coming? Keep it a buck.
You know
no,
what?
no, don't you know what me?
I mean,
Don't be modest now. This you could brag on this show.
No,
You could pop your collar. How many niggas started chasing after that SAG check?
I'm not gonna say, there were a lot.
All right.
There weren't like a whole lot.
What do you mean there wasn't a whole lot? How many?
I don't know. I don't keep track.
I'm noticing. I'm noticing. Talking about prop. Are you on prop wine here too? Are you consuming prop wine?
Maybe.
Yeah, because your memory's a little shot right there as an actress.
But that's not hugely important. So it's something I don't remember. So if I'm curving somebody, or if I'm just like, nope.
So all right. So how do you curve a nigga who's trying to come after that SAG ducats?
It depends on the level of the conversation. Don't ask me how my day was for 3 weeks. Like that's extending your conversation. And if I don't gather, you have a very narrow window of time to show me that you're somebody of substance.
So
period.
So when you were non-union, you used to like, okay, I'm gonna fuck with them. But as soon as you became union, you gave a window. So now there's a window.
There is definitely a window.
How long is your window? I mean, now you're still SAG. So how long is your window? 3 weeks sounds too long.
It is too long.
All right. So what's your window?
A week.
Damn, that's a 7
It's a
day.
week.
Yeah, that's a good window.
Yeah.
So
sometimes sooner. Sometimes sooner.
So now you're in. Could we say Hollywood? Because
Sure.
all right. So now you're in Hollywood. Now you're in Hollywood. You got the guys chasing you down. Your pearly whites are blinging. You got your SAG card. What did you spend your first paycheck on?
Probably a bill. Probably a bill, to be honest.
You didn't take Mama Dukes out?
Probably not. Probably a bill.
All right. I'm hurt right now. You didn't spend it on yourself?
I don't know. I don't.
You see,
remember
you
what I
keep.
spent.
She keeps pleading the fifth. What's the name of this prop wine company? What's your name?
I don't know.
That's her name, Danielle. I don't know. Ward. All right. So now, fast forward. You're in Hollywood. Before we say that, am I being disrespectful saying actress or is it actor?
Actress is fine.
Actress, because I know some people might feel a kind of way. Because I thought they removed the female actress and just say everybody's an actor, male or female.
If you said actor, it doesn't offend me.
Okay,
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, society we live in.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get crucified here. So you're here shooting these movies. You said an hour and a half for the last one. What's your longest shoot time? What was your longest shoot time? Like you wanted just to rip everything off and say, F this shit, I'm out.
At least 12 hours.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
What? In one day?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
12 hours of being in front of the camera?
That includes moving locations, a lot of waiting, things like that. So you have different camera setups. So the camera's set up here, right? So we might do, I don't know, 15 takes, right, with this camera setup. Then we move on to the next camera setup. Same scene. Then you've got your close-ups.
Wait, so you got to be repetitive?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. See, I don't know what goes on at a movie shoot. Like that's something that always interests me because when I watch movies, I look for the flaws. I see a lot of flaws sometimes and I'll point it out to my folks like this doesn't add up to this. Like I watch Menace to Society and you can see the camera crew when they were in the store. You can see the whole camera crew
In the window?
in
like a window?
Yeah, in the mirror. And I'm like, nobody caught that? They didn't have a screen in? Because, Menace is like top 5 of all times for me. So here it is. I'm saying, damn, if it was 3 hours, I don't want to be a part of it. That's why everybody asks me, why are you not an actor?
And then like if there's a plane going overhead or if there's a motorcycle, music you cut, hold for motorcycle, then you wait, then you pick it back up. So
are you kidding me?
no, I'm not.
So y'all are not recording in like a controlled environment?
Not necessarily.
Damn.
If we're in homes or businesses, things like that.
All right. And do you get to record outside in the heat too? You have to do all that too? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Wow, you closed your eye on that one. Tell us. The hottest.
It wasn't the heat.
Right.
It was just being outside, and I stopped counting after like 27 takes because there were, it was like planes. It was in a park. So there was just a lot of miscellaneous activities going around, and we had to stop and shoot, and then sound issues and things like that.
So you didn't get the niggas out of the park? You didn't give them a couple dollars and say, yo, go buy some ice cream?
I'm just there to act, man.
Damn. Yo, y'all cheap directors and shit. Yo, pay the hood. Pay the hood.
I did one where I was like, I'm going to die on this shoot. Because it was in like an abandoned barn, and it was old. You could hear it creaking and stuff. And it was basically like a monologue. It was like a 2-page monologue, right?
That's it? 2 pages?
It
And
was
you
like
and you
2
felt like your life was on the line?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because it was creaky. I was like,
Wait, you was upstairs or something?
no, but the barn was like leaning already. It was like leaning. It was like an apocalyptic film. And I was scared. But there were trains going by, and I was a little bit scared of the director. So I was like, I can't mess up.
What do you mean scared of the director?
He was a little intimidating.
What
like,
is he? Old school?
It was his first film.
Oh, okay.
It was his first film.
Was he cussing and shit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Not at me, but
Okay.
I'm like, he's serious. So I felt like there was no room for error.
So how do you get into that frame of mind? Let me know. How you're on set, you got to play a certain role, and now you're scared. So he's taking you away out of your element. How do you get back into your element?
Well, I don't let him know I'm scared. I'm good at pretending like I'm not scared. I don't know. But I knew my lines,
All right.
So, and I mean, I never had a problem with him or anything like that at all. But you just keep that shit to yourself.
All right. So this is what we'll do. We'll take a quick break and come back. You survived the first segment.
Did.
First segment. Were you scared?
I was terrified. I was.
You was?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back. Ladies love mocha intermission. I don't know. I'll see you soon. So we're back with SAG-AFTRA actor Danielle Denise Ward. See,
Yes.
I remember. Look, and she didn't tell me.
I didn't. I
See?
was like, wait a minute.
Y'all see that, right? The brain's still firing. Had a couple concussions over the last 5 years. I think I had 2. And for some odd reason, after the second time I got concussed, everything works now.
Wow.
Yeah, like I can remember everything.
It did you a favor.
Yeah, it did me a big favor. Thank you, Marcelo. So we're gonna talk about spirituality. That astro traveling. Talk to us. Like, what got you into that? Oh,
It wasn't intentional. And
Okay.
it would just happen. Like as a kid, I'd be like, Mom, I remember one time I was like, Mom, I went to my school and looked at the papers, like the tests and stuff. And she never made me feel like I was weird. She never was like weirded out. But in the Warner homes and the projects in Peoria is where I first remember like seeing spirits or whatever.
so
they
you
were.
saw them.
Yeah, yeah.
You
like
you saw them.
yes,
Like when you watch the movies, there's somebody in the corner
physically. And here's the thing.
playing a Nintendo Game Boy. Oh, no, not those
like
spirits.
shadow figures.
Oh
The
shit.
shadow, so like
That's scary.
you're like a 6 or 7 year old kid. So you're laying in bed and the room is dark, no nightlight or anything, and you can see the movement. So it's darker than your room with no light.
You're giving me a little goosebumps right here.
Yeah.
You didn't bring them to the studio today, did you?
Not those.
Okay,
there might
okay.
be some others.
No.
but not those.
I can leave them shits in Warner
Not
Projects
those.
in Peoria, please. Leave. So when you started having these visions, so were you scared, terrified?
Terrified until like my 30s. Because seriously, until like my 30s.
Did you sleep with the light on?
Sometimes.
No way.
I promise.
So these motherfuckers, they stayed around until you were in your 30s?
Yes. Yeah.
When did it stop? The fear. When did?
Probably right before I moved out here, because I had an experience where so I sold the house.
Mm-hmm.
I co-owned a house in Illinois, in Springfield, before I moved out here. And
that's a deep sigh. We're about to get real spiritual right now. Let's go.
So like the house there was a street, so I lived here.
So there's a street in front of the house
that ran right into. So like you could either, like I think it was Hickory. You could drive here. My house was right here, so you could either turn left or right. So later somebody was like, that's terrible feng shui.
Ooh.
As far as energy for us to go. So there's a street light across the street. The city would come and fix it, and like 2 days later the lights would be out. And I mean for years.
So how long did you live there?
19 years.
Yeah, I blame you.
So
and I blame Kappa, you hear the shit? So who's turning the lights off?
Well,
So I'm all ears.
Before I tell you about that,
oh shit! So it's more of these motherfuckers.
So, all kinds of stuff. So
oh shit!
I know it was crazy.
So 19 years of these niggas just doing
in that particular location, at that location.
So let me ask you a question. Were you ever intimate with one of your boy toys and one of them niggas popped in the room?
No, but I did have.
Oh, so when you're fucking, them niggas don't bother you.
They're watching.
Right. But when you're trying to get some rest, that's when these niggas want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
So this last time, and this is what I think did it, because I was always fearful, right? And I feel like they feed off fear.
Right.
And have you heard of like, people call them Hanks or whatever, but like where you can't move, so you're like completely still.
That happened to me one time in my life.
Just once?
Once. It freaked me out. I was terrified.
That's happened my whole life. Like
I thought I was dead because I couldn't get up.
And you have complete faculty. You have use of your mind. You can think, but you can't move.
And the terrifying part about it is my eyes, like, they were closed. Like, I don't know if I was crying while I was sleeping, but I couldn't open my eyes. But it had, like, the cold around it. Like, I don't. So I was a teenager, and I was terrified. But so these, what do they call Hanks?
Some people call them Hanks. That's like country people or people down south.
So Henry then.
The scientific term is sleep paralysis.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're getting pounded out by your boyfriend. Nothing happens. Now he leaves, and you're trying to get a good night worth of sleep.
I'm terrified. Yes, I get terrorized.
And Henry comes into the room, and he's jealous because he was watching. You know what I'm saying?
One time there was a growl.
What
right?
the?
I promise.
Nah.
And here's.
Nah, at the house, 19. Nah,
yes.
Kappa, you hear the shit? Niggas growling.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
And you were by yourself.
Yeah.
And this is not your imagination.
Listen, no. If so, this is a lifetime. But I've always had dogs, and my dogs have always confirmed.
So your dog here is looking at somebody in the corner, growling back at him.
Not at the growling. My dogs were in the living room, I think, at that point. I was in my bedroom completely by myself.
Do you have a blicky under the pillow just in case Henry comes back in to stifle you or something?
I do now.
Oh, now you do. So
I ain't have one then.
So these Hanks were just taking advantage of you. No, you didn't have no holy water, no vinegar.
And see, that's the thing. So when I first got into church, right, I thought that when I did that and got baptized, I would have like a spiritual explanation for all these other things, right? And that pastor, I talked to him, I was like, oh my God, this is what my life has been. And he was like, you were probably ill. Like I was like, are you, and I was like, dude, my dog, I had this female German Shepherd at the time. I'm like, but she sees it. And my son, he even named this one thing. He named it Ookie Baby. And I have a concept for Ookie Baby. That's what he called it. He's like 4 or 5. So he had a name for it.
So he's here playing with Hank, baby Hanks.
Yeah.
So he had a great upbringing.
He Mom of the Year.
Yeah. So now he has an imaginary friend named Ookie Baby. All right. And you here trying to sleep after getting get into pipery, and niggas is growling at you. Supernatural forces growling at you.
Wait, was Ookie Baby a rapper? That sound like a rapper.
So where's this house again? What city?
Springfield, Illinois.
So this is not Peoria.
No.
All right, so I'm definitely going to Peoria. I will be avoiding Springfield, Illinois at all costs. So now,
But I think I was the common denominator.
the conductor.
Yeah.
So you're the gateway.
Yes. So
Uh-oh.
I'd had like some psychic readings before. Every now and then some weird would happen, and I couldn't pick anything up with my own intuition, right? So sometimes I would utilize a reader, and I've had several tell me that I'm like a medium or that I have the ability to. I'm supposed to be helping people cross over.
Ooh.
I don't want to do that. So like there would be people, spirits, like people. So not like the dark man and all the shadow figures.
Yeah.
I could see like would come in my room. It was, but they wouldn't know where they were. Like they had this really lost.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was your house like near to a cemetery or something?
No.
Not near a forest, like how Slender Man be chilling?
No.
So you're in a
A
metropolitan,
residential neighborhood.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and the light goes off every 2 to 3 days.
And so there's this one particular time, right? It was right before my alarm went off to go to work.
Where were you working at the time?
Springfield Arc.
Okay, all right.
So I'm laying there, and I'm like, okay, this light out, the alarm's gonna go off. So I'm just laying there thinking, and then I start feeling that, like my body, like vibrating, right? And I was like, what the? And it feels like you're being tuned, like you're changing the radio station,
Right.
and that's what it kind of feels like.
Trying to get the right frequency.
That.
Okay.
Right. So I'm hearing these. It sounds like two men are talking outside my window.
Right.
I was on the second floor, so it was a duplex.
Okay.
I was on the second floor. So I'm like, who the fuck is in the yard? I'm like, who is in my yard, right? And so I get up, and there's no one in my neighbor's yard, and there's no one in my yard. And then I was like, it's something strange. It's something like, so I lay back down, and I just go with it, right? Mm-hmm. Those voices started to change, and they got deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, right? So I don't know, like, what a demon sounds like, but it was a dark entity. I could hear it, right? Now, I didn't tell my mom about this. Later, she tells me, like months later, that she looked out and saw, she called it a wall of demons out by that street light that always turned off and on, right? Crazy.
She saw
that's what she said.
a wall of demons.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So hold on.
Yep.
If anybody have practices cleansing sage, please email me at ladieslovemocha@gmail.com, because after this I'm gonna need a cleansing.
I can cleanse the studio for you.
You for real?
Yeah, because
right.
I had to then develop my own spiritual practice because the church wasn't working for me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he thought you was ill.
Yeah. So
So the wall of demons, and you just heard two of them motherfuckers.
it was two. It sounded like initially two men speaking until
Right.
their voices started changing.
Okay, I'm getting a little creeped out right now. I'm not gonna lie. Capo, how you feeling back there?
I'm good.
Okay. Maybe Capo is a demon. Let me stop before one of these niggas try to hold me down tonight. It better be a female too, because if it's you, Henry, you can catch these spiritual hands. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with the Holy Ghost. But wall of demons. How many months later did your mom tell you this?
It was a long time.
Oh, so she saw it. She knew about it.
Yes.
So Mom Dukes was living with you.
So we owned a duplex. She lived on the bottom
And you
unit,
lived
and I lived on the second unit.
So them niggas was probably just opening her door, walking through, eating fucking turkey bacon or whatever while Mom was cooking. A wall of demons?
Yeah.
What did the demons say?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I couldn't make it out.
Prop wine.
No, but it wasn't that.
I'm going with the prop wine. I swear to God, this woman, she don't know shit.
This predates the prop wine.
Okay. All right. So we with all this spiritual and with the wall of demons and everything, when did you enter this spiritual realm and astral traveling? For real, for real. Let's really go into it.
Okay.
How old were you when you started seeing these figures?
before I was 10 years old because I was still in Peoria. So I'm going to say 6, 7.
Damn.
And I didn't know my sister, she's 7 years older. I didn't know that she had been seeing him too. And we just happened to be having a conversation. And I don't know, one of us said something. And then I realized that she had been seeing him too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. From now on, I'm going to just call you I don't know. IDK.
Okay.
Let me see. BTK. No, we're not going to
No,
do that.
don't do that.
No, I'll call you IDK. Bind, torture, kill. IDK. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So, let's go back now.
Mm-hmm.
You're from Peoria.
Correct.
Born and raised.
Yes, until I was almost 10.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Gardner Projects. Wagner.
Warner Homes.
Why I keep saying Gardner?
I don't know.
Okay. Richard Pryor.
Yes.
You see, everybody always want to rep Richard Pryor and funniest comedian alive. We'll go back to that.
Of course.
Then you moved to Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
You worked at the Springfield Arc.
Yes.
Arc.
Yes.
How do you say that?
Arc.
Arc.
Springfield Arc.
Arc. I don't know. Sometimes my accent gets in my way. Arc. That's the only way I can say it. How you say it, Capo?
Arc.
Yeah, you see?
Enunciating. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you see that?
Well, I said it right or I said it wrong?
Said it
hear
right.
you.
I said it right?
You said it right.
Arc.
I just say arc.
It's like orc.
Arc.
I'm from New York.
Orc.
'Cause I'm from New York.
I'm from New York. All right. Newark, Arc, Spring. All right. So now, what brought you out to Vegas?
I needed a new life, but I had a dream.
Okay.
I was already looking to live somewhere else, but I wasn't sure if it should be Vegas or LA, and I was too scared to just go to LA.
But you've been astro traveling. You don't even need a passport.
I know.
You're astro traveling, no passport, and you scared to go to LA?
Right, because I was like, okay, I don't have a support system. The few people that I know there wouldn't be people that I could depend on and say, hey, I'm stuck, or my car broke down, So I have some family here.
Okay.
So I have a sister here and a cousin. And
That's the one who's 7 years older than you?
no, it's a different sister.
Real sister?
The sister here, we have the same dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where's your dad?
He is deceased.
All right. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure out where to move, and I had a series of dreams. And so I was like, okay, I'll go to Vegas. So I had this dream. And long story short, the guy in the dream told me, he said, if you don't move now, you're going to miss this opportunity.
Oh,
right. So when I have these dreams, these intuitive dreams, if one thing comes true in this dream, everything else will. Right. So he also told me, like in November, he gave me the dates that I would have a certain amount of money. And I did.
Wow.
So I was like, I better, okay, this is the right track. This plan is the right plan. Right. So I just needed somewhere where I could hear my own voice. And I figure if I'm in Vegas, I'm close enough to LA if I need to get over there to work.
Okay.
Right? But safe enough that I've got family here that I could call on.
Right.
That kind of thing. So, yeah.
It must be scary being a woman in this world, especially a woman of color. You use the word fear a lot.
Fear?
Yeah.
My whole life has been kind of fear-based, to be honest.
For real?
Yeah.
You never really
I've never really felt safe.
So there's no niggas around you that made you want to just run in their arms with a nice thugged out warm embrace?
That's becoming a little. Those guys are becoming. The list is shorter.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be honest.
No.
But that's my experience.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not in the right places. You know what I'm saying?
Dealing with these beta alphas and these guys that say they're alpha.
I like a masculine man.
Describe that. A masculine man.
His energy informs the room of who he is. He don't have to say anything. He doesn't have to brag.
Right.
Because I don't know me
right.
as a woman. You have a physical reaction, right?
So if I walked in a room and I'm rocking some gray sweatpants and I'm semi, is that the masculine energy you're going for? Because you're gonna have a physical reaction, or you're just talking like aura. Big dick energy without the penis being shown. Okay, all right. You see?
You don't have to show no penis or anything like that.
That's what I'm talking about. So let me ask you a question. So now you get a masculine guy. He checks off all the boxes.
Yes.
You love him. And you go in bed and he has a Vienna sausage. What's up?
To be honest.
No, be honest.
I'm okay with that. And I'll tell you why.
What?
He's got hands, right? And he's got a mouth, right? And there's other things
What are the other things? I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you massage my table.
There are other things.
Like what?
Because that Vienna sausage, number one, ain't gonna take care of you.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
So you're already batting with 2 strikes.
What are you talking about?
He is.
Oh,
He's already batting with 2 strikes, right?
2 strikes.
Meaning, if he fucks up once, you're kicking him to the curb.
Twice.
Okay. All right. So he's batting with 1 strike. So if he has a Vienna sausage, you see,
Here's the thing,
fellas, size does matter. Don't let
it
these.
does both ways though.
What you mean?
Both ways. So you can have like a 13-inch. I'm not trying to keep up with all that. That's too much.
Yeah, but if he just puts the head in. If he just gives you the head,
that can give you problems.
What type of problems?
You can have problems, and
so you don't want niggas trying to knock your fucking walls.
no.
All right, you ever ran into one of those?
Yes.
So he knows he's slinging.
Yes.
He has the package. You know what I'm saying? God delivered. He signed.
Right.
He's piping you. He's piping you the fuck down. And is he going like this in your ear? Danielle, I need 3 kids.
I don't know at that point.
Danielle, I don't know.
Just trying
Ward.
to stay away.
Okay.
Just trying to stay alive.
So you're here in the bedroom, barely surviving.
Yes.
No wonder everything in your life been fear-based. All right. Okay. Let's keep going. So you move out to Vegas. How long you been in Sin City?
Almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in September.
All right. Okay. So 2 months later, you got a bag. The man in your dreams, he set up a Holy Ghost bag for you. I used to do stand-up comedy, but now that I'm older and I'm tired, I do sit down. He sets up a Holy Ghost bag for you.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And then what? Then what?
I had a rough start at first. Just a little bit.
So, dating apps. What dating apps were you on?
When I got here, none. I was trying to get my shit together.
Okay.
I don't think I was in a position to be dating.
And where's your family at this time when you moved out here? Anybody help you move into the spot?
My son.
That's it?
Yeah.
No.
I was supposed to.
We don't even got to touch.
Okay. All right.
Listen here, family. Listen here. I'm going to talk to y'all real quick. This woman leaves Wagner.
Don't do it.
Okay. This woman leaves Springfield. She has a SAG card, and y'all didn't even come out to support her. Shame. I'm highly disappointed. No, I'm for real. Moving to Sin City in September, it's still fucking hot. It's still hot, and nobody helped her unload or anything. Shame. The mitigated gall of the word family. I just had to get that off my chest. I'm gonna start doing STPMOs, stuff that pisses Mocha off, or stuff that permeates my organs. You know what I'm saying? So, you move in Vegas. What's your son's name?
Shane.
Where does he work at?
He's in the Navy.
Could I get an applause, please? Big shouts to Shane. How tall is he?
He's 6 foot.
Oh, he's 6 foot. All right, Shane. Navy. That means he's a seaman. No, I'm asking.
Yes.
A 6 foot seaman.
I can't.
My man is on fire today with these sound effects. Yo, Shane, we shouting you out. 6 foot seaman. What you laughing at? That's your son.
I know.
Yeah, but what you laughing at?
Because we have jokes too.
Oh, okay. So now you're in Vegas, and there's 3 things that you're doing right now. You're acting, you're writing, and you're filming. If you had to choose one for the rest of your life, so here it comes. What would it be? Your life's on the line. The cartel got you hostage.
Okay.
They say you could only do one.
I'm gonna act my way out of that.
All right. So let's role play. I'm a gangster. I almost grabbed my gun. I'm sorry.
Please don't.
Yo, it's
You don't have to be method. Please don't.
That's called method acting.
If you about to really
No. I wanted to show. Only on the Mocha Blast, Ladies Love Mocha podcast, we keep the blicky. The blicky is within arm's length. So now, let's say I'm behind you and I say, hey, Danielle, I don't know Ward.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know Ward. Act your way out of this right now, or else I put a hot slug in you. Go ahead.
Well, without saying a word, I would grab the knife that you don't know that I have, and I would do the moves that my son taught me, and you'll bleed out in 2 minutes or less. Now, we both might be dead, but you're going to be dead too. You're going to bleed out.
A seaman taught you this move.
He did. He did.
From seaman to seaman.
Oh, my God.
I know you said that joke too. Oh, am I the first?
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
Damn. All right, so you rather act over film and write. Why?
It's what makes me feel the most alive.
Okay. I wanted to touch on when you portrayed the sister who passed from HIV, condolences to her, and you said a prayer to her. So is this your form of astro traveling?
Maybe. I never thought about it in that way.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe you awoke the dead. Are you a medium?
I think it's very possible, probably. Yeah, because, So before I cut off my hair in 2013.
Why?
So I was like, I need to stand apart as an actress. I just didn't want to be another long-haired, light-skinned black woman actress, right? But also with that, I was at a point in my life and I was like, who am I? Like, why do I do the certain things that I do? Why do I have the spiritual practices that I do? So it was my way of just starting fresh and starting over. So I did the big chop. And after that, my intuition picked up even more. And my intention was to like grow it out and have like cute waves and, you
got waves
curls.
right now.
I do.
Let me ask you a question though.
Yes.
But do you go to sleep at night with the do-rag on?
Yes.
Man, yo, fellas, where can these guys hit you up at? Listen, let them know where they can hit you up at, because I need my fellas. Fellas, listen, if you got waves and she got waves, y'all could brush each other's hair. You could tie her do-rag. It could be some real romantic shit. Can you imagine y'all going to the do-rag convention at the World Marketplace or the Waves convention?
Maybe.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. So where could people find you?
Okay, on IG, I am Danielle.
IDK. Go ahead.
Danielle.dward.
.dward. All right. And on
my email address is Danielle, DANIELLE _D_Ward.
All right. And how could they find you on IMBD? That's what, Internet Movie Database, right?
Yes.
All right.
Just type in Danielle Ward, and I should be the only brown one that pops up.
So everybody else is fair skin.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So now, before we wrap this up,
Jesus Christ.
y'all in Vegas.
And there's Vienna sausages.
You ever ran into a Vienna sausage?
Yeah.
What did you tell him? Did he know he had a Vienna sausage, or he thought he was knocking it out the park?
There's been more than one.
So you think you attract small dick energy?
No.
Capo, stay away from her, please.
No. I'm sorry, what was the question?
She don't know. I need to know this before we get off. Yeah, he has a Vienna sausage. He's under 3-4 inches.
Oh.
Do you actually go down on a guy like that with a straight face? Or are you laughing the whole time?
I don't know if I want to answer that.
All right, don't answer.
Oh
fuck God. That. We need the answer, because that's when, as a nigga, if I had a 3-incher,
yes,
I'll get me the girl with the smallest hands in the world.
That would, a 3-incher problem, that would be a problem. I gotta have average.
Mm-hmm. You seem like you need like 8 to 9 on the
Nothing more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing more than that. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Sale prices.
I told you I had this chick when I was working at Fry's Electronics in Atlanta. She had told me she was dealing with a guy he had 13 inches. And she was like, you think you could fill those shoes? I was like, nope. That's a foot and an inch.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot.
It is.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Really? You telling me?
Yeah. You have any stories to share, Capo?
Nah, I ain't got no stories.
Yeah, but I have a very mundane sex life. I don't be having sex. No girls actually want to talk to me. So if I have a very boring sex life,
Is this you acting right now?
no woman want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with Miss I don't know. What it is? Wall of Demons? What was it? What your mom called it?
Yeah.
The Wall of
The wall-
Demons. All right. Hearing voices, astro traveling, actress, part of SAG. She likes filming. One last thing. If you had to describe yourself in 2 words, 2 words, and we'll leave off at that. 2 words.
Fucking amazing.
And there you have it, folks. Episode 3, the Ladies Love Mocha podcast. We will not be back, but here's a word from our sponsors. No, I gotta say that again. Hold on. Ladies Love Mocha episode 3. Finally wrapped it up with the beautiful Danielle Ward, born in Peoria. I don't want to get the projects wrong. I know it's not Wagner. What is it?
Warner Homes.
Why I keep saying Wagner? God damn, something's wrong. Yeah. She went to Champaign, Illinois to go do a casting. She had a cemetery in her mouth. She didn't fix it until she was 23. But these guys were still jumping her bones from 14 to 23, and nobody said, "Hey, boo, here's one of my tax checks." Nobody even did these guys spoil you? Nobody spoiled you?
No, I can't say that they have.
Damn. All right. Well, I think I overstepped my boundary, and a word from our sponsors. My bad.